Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Sturmpanzer I, the Bison, the Tier 3 German SPG with a 15cm howitzer. And we're on the north spawn of Mines, and the name of the driver of this one is the Piggy Lord. Yes, unfortunately it's another of my auxiliary accounts or subsidiary accounts. Yep, it's me, and I'm driving it, the Piggy Lord. And let's have a look. Battle's about to commence. Now, as you can see, the Sturmpanzer I is actually a Panzer I that was made obsolete and has been converted. They actually took a 15cm howitzer and just installed it on top of the Panzer I and then put a superstructure around the top to protect the crew. Okay, and I've parked myself in the bushes near the water because I want to get as close to a position on Nigel's spot without actually crossing the water, because that would have taken too long. Okay, I'm waiting for somebody to come up the south approach to the hill. They usually come up and they park because they're too afraid of facing off against the enemy. And we got a T-29, one of those new gift mediums, Soviet medium. Tier 3, and he's backing away, and I'm following him because I know he's going to stop, and he has. Rounds out, and it's a good hit. 134 hit points and 3 critical hits. Well, I pulled back because there's a BT7 Art, plus of course I've got a fairly long reload in between shots, and I've only got 12 rounds of ammo as well, which means I have to pick my shots carefully. Okay, another T-29, it's not the same one, has turned up on the south approach to the hill. I'm indicating my target. I'm following that target back, and he's stationary and rounds out. Kill shot, 250 hit points. That's a one-shot kill to the 15cm howitzer. And look, there's our friend, the T-29 I hit the first time. And I'm indicating target. I'm zeroed in, just waiting for the reload to complete, and I lose sight of him. But he comes back into view again. Okay, I'm getting ready. Rounds out. Kill shot! 112 hit points. So I claim the rest of the hit points. Unfortunately, we lose our own T-29 there. He was taken out by an IKV-72 I cannot see. But as my team is actually progressing and moving south, I decide to join them. And I'm heading south at this moment. Because I believe our area is fairly safe. And at this point, I suddenly see there is 2 targets I can hit, and they're at that guard point on the corner of grid square K4. And the T-70's just gone down before I could fire, but there's a T-29, and round out. He moves forward just a little bit, so I splash him for 70 hit points. But I've worked out where he is, and even though I've lost sight of him now, I'm pretty certain he's still going to be there in a few seconds. Still waiting for the reload to come through. I can see the Panzer I-C coming up behind me, and I'm a bit concerned about that, but I want to get this shot in first, so I fire immediately, start moving, and yes, we got him. The T-29 was still there, and it's a kill without actually having to see the T-29 or know that the shot hit the target, because all I needed to know was that the tank had been destroyed. The Panzer I-C behind me was killed off, so I was reasonably safe. And I can see that Panzer S-35 coming down, but he's been taken out by a T-46. So I've got 3 kills already, and I should have platooned at this point, realising that I probably was going to have the chance to get a brothers in arms. But now I park myself here in front of that Cruiser 4, and I can see a T-29 a little way off. Okay, zeroing in, and I'm indicating my target to my teammate, even though he's gone missing. I mark the target so I can see it, and rounds out. And the round goes in, and I think it hit the target, because there was no explosion at all. So I just pulled back a little bit. Okay, now, a bit further back, but there we go. Zeroing in, almost ready to go. Almost reloaded. That M3 Stuart is holding back for me. And I fire at the same spot again. And yes, there's the T-29. And he's taken out, and I give an affirmative to let my team know that it was the Arty that did it. And I'm on a win 8 so far of 2963. Okay, now I'm concerned there might still be one enemy, a T-127, and he's off to my left somewhere. And I don't want to get too close to him, so I go through these bushes here. I should be more careful actually. There's a rock there. I could have gone over the top of that and flipped over. But, and there's an enemy bison, my opposite number, and he's hiding behind the buildings. Now the M3 is very reluctant to go behind there because he knows he's going to be facing a 15cm howitzer ready to shotgun him, and it will one-shot kill him. So I get up onto the rise and position myself ready to shoot, and I'm thinking, yeah, I can splash him, but the bison comes back, and he moves back, and I fire, and it's a kill shot. 130 hit points. That's my 5th kill. And I'm thinking to myself now, Top Gun. So I come over to close the angle on that 127, then park myself in the cap, and just getting ready and extending my aim. There we go. Looking at the 127 straight away, and he's being hit, and I'm indicating my target, but my teammate in the T46, who's on 4 kills, well, was on 3 kills, and I did try to platoon with him quickly, but he takes out the 127 before I can get an Arty round into him. So I miss out on Top Gun, but I'm not particularly worried because my win 8 was 3975, I think it was, or at least. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was an ace tanker in the Sturmpanzer I Bison. I also picked up a fighter medal for getting at least 4 kills. In fact, I got 5 in that one. And I got the battle buddy because I hadn't had any damage to any allies for at least 50 battles. And I also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, I got 7 in that battle alone. And on top of that, I picked up a high caliber. I did more damage than anyone else in the battle, at least 20% of the enemy hit points, and my win 8 was 7289 during that battle. So it actually didn't record all the blind shots that I did, especially the blind shot on the T29 that was hiding on that corner. So I actually did score a much, much higher score. And of course, the team damage, scores showed that I managed to get 1,116 hit points of damage, more than double the nearest person on my own team. I managed to get 5 kills, which was just 1 more than the T46 managed to get. And when it came to base XP, 788, which shows that you don't have to get a very high XP in order to get an ace tanker in the Bison. But it is one of those sort of arties where you can have a tremendous effect with very few rounds. On the detail report, I fired only 8 rounds. I only had 12 rounds of ammo in my Arty, but I only fired 8 of them. I got 7 direct hits, 7 penetration, and 1 splash. So every shot I fired did something to the enemy. I had 1,116 hit points of damage, of which 986 was at more than 300 meters. It was the Bison that was the closest. I also did manage to hit 5 of the enemy and kill 5 of the enemy, and I caused 2 stuns, and I also captured 18 capture points in the enemy cap. I earned 16,101 credits on a standard account. And after ammunition resupply, and ammunition is cheap in the Bison, even though it's 15cm, and total amount I took away was 13,861 credits, and I earned 788 base XP, but it was ×2 for the first victory of the day, and I took away 1,576 XP in total. And really I did this for a bit of practice, but it was also basically to show how we Arty. This is how I would hope that all What Arty Noobs players practice to play, you know, to do this sort of thing on a regular basis, because I know I've seen many of the players on my on the Facebook page, and they are very, very good at what they do, and I do hope they practice in all levels of Arty to ensure that they maintain their standards. Because it doesn't really help you if you get all the way up to tier 10 in one tech tree if you can't repeat that behavior in all of the tech trees. And of course we will have new tech trees with new Artys in the future. I'm certain that they will include Arty as part of the Japanese and Chinese tech trees eventually, and we all want to practice that. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in my next video.